this girl's arm and a demon takes over.
So anyway, welcome to Vboomer Cast episode 2. I couldn't waste the opportunity. Hi, how's it going? I'm Shades for Shades, Golden Retriever variety streamer. You may know me from Twitch.tv. On to you, Sage.
Hello there, my name is Sergeant Sage. I am a VTuber on Twitch, and I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, but not this Monday coming up because I have to mow the lawn. And
Yard work jail.
Yard work jail. Well, I mean, I've got an underscore under my name, and you know, as you get older, yard work becomes essential.
Oh, yes, it does.
It does. It does. I should do my garden. It's fine. Anyway.
Who the hell are you, random stranger?
I was just about to introduce myself.
Jeez. You're not my real dad.
So mean. I know I'm the youngest one here, but jeez. Hi, as I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted, I am Kirani Mochizuki. I stream Mondays and Wednesdays on Twitch, 7 p.m. BST. I got the time right this time. I'm proud of myself.
Let's go.
Yay. I'm learning.
Heck yes, she is.
Heck yeah.
So, Sage, continue your topic.
I was talking about Tomo, Endless Blue, and the trailer came across my feed, and literally, if you guys need to go check out this trailer for it. It's literally like Minecraft meets Pokemon, so it's like kind of like Power World, but it uses the blocks. They're using blocks like But like the trailer is all like these two kids or whatever. I don't know if they're brother and sister or if they're just two kids. Like they go to catch this monster or whatever, and they're flying on the back of a giant.
This trailer is cinematic as all hell.
It is, and it's like anime-esque and stuff. I'm not gonna explain it. I want them to watch.
I'm watching it right now.
Same.
But no, it's supposed to be an open world MMO anime inspired.
All right, you lost me at open world MMO. I'm out.
MMO doesn't mean something like Final Fantasy. It just means that you could play it online. That's what it used to actually mean. It used to mean like EverQuest and all those games. MMO now just is broad. Anything that can be played online with multiple people is now considered an MMO. So, yeah. But no, the trailer just like the way it ended just blew my mind. I was just like, what the heck? Because it's all like fun and happy. You guys are enjoying it, right? It's all fun and happy and lighthearted.
No, I am literally at 40 seconds in, and her brother just got kidnapped. I'm waiting for it to go horribly wrong. Where's the gooner bait?
We already talked about the gooner bait.
Okay, so there's an island. What is happening in this trailer?
The little monster's so cute. I want one.
I'd play this. Watch the full trailer? What do you mean, watch the full? Oh, God, it's IGN.
Oh, you're not?
Thanks, IGN. No. Bro, IGN, know your place. Make guides, make good game reviews. I'm sorry, we talked about this forever ago.
Watch it on Steam.
I am watching it on their YouTube account, which only has 508 subscribers.
It's a new company. It's a new
What
company.
the hell? Oh, okay, bet. Hey, chat. God. By the way, real quick, we should probably say it in case someone is like, "Heard there, you're so hard up for, Endless Blue. You probably are paid by the Look, open mouth, insert foot. We were not paid by anyone.
Nope.
I find this interesting. Welcome to Vboomer Cast.
And talking about it, and so like he just said continue. So we were, I thought we were off the air. This man pulled a 180 on me.
I pulled this back in the air. Holy shit! Okay, I just saw some poor girl get her arm cut off.
And then a demon invades her arm, and then like the boy runs away. It's
what is this?
It's like, what is this?
I want this.
I want it too.
I'd play this.
Go ahead and wishlist it in Steam if you haven't.
Heck yeah.
Planned release date is 2026. But that doesn't mean that they won't have any betas or anything like that that you can get into and things like that.
Once again, chat, we're not sponsored. Unlike our sponsor, Exposed Life. I mean, what?
Oh,
I'm kidding. We are not sponsored by those guys either.
Oh. Yes, please do not go down that route. Otherwise, we might have to talk to Bad Dragon. Anyways, moving on.
Okay, so here's what I want to talk about.
Let's go.
So, who at Ubisoft decided that they had the freaking brass balls because they got sued, right? For The Crew 2 being taken off of everything.
Oh, yeah. And they said, you don't own it. You borrowed the license.
In
You
the
borrowed the
court
license.
minutes, they said, you don't own this shit. You literally paid us for the license. It's like a movie ticket. And I'm just sitting here like, bruv, how many movie tickets am I paying $65 freaking dollars for at launch? Plus, you know, all the DLC. How many movie tickets? Okay, Miss Honestly, I have questions and some concerns. Do I need to book a flight?
What? What did I do?
You heard me, Miss Honestly. I'm curious. What's your take on it?
I mean, I've not seen this news before. I'll be very honest. I live under a rock. Listen, I like my rock. It's
gamer. This happened this week.
Hey, really?
Oh no!
Again, I live under a rock.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Ubisoft
It's
and things that happened this week,
Sage,
did you see that the article came out about them burning down a Shinto shrine in their new Assassin's Creed?
Oh,
and
okay,
like Japan is pissed. Like, no, I mean that's
wait, they still burned it down?
I think so. I believe so. I believe that's what the article said.
Hold on, Sage, look that up. We'll circle back to you. How about that? All right, so Kiri, welcome to welcome to Crime and Bad Decision. I'm kidding. So Ubisoft had like The Crew 2, which was like a street racing game. It was published in 2017. They took it offline last year.
Right.
After 7 years.
Yes,
Did not provide any way to play the game. Basically
Offline.
Was just like, oh, hey, so this is an online only game and it requires online access to the servers to play. Even though, you know, you can play all of the game offline, you should play all the game offline. Nah, man, nah, it's all gone. There is nothing you can play of The Crew 2 or whatever the hell. So, they got sued for that.
Understandable.
Because, you know, 7 years later, I'd be kind of upset when they were just like, oh, so you know the game you paid $70 for? You don't get to keep that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Legitimately, if you have a physical copy, it will not let you play the game.
That is kind of scummy.
Stupid. It is.
Right?
Yeah.
So they got sued.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
And their defense was, this is like a movie ticket. You paid for the experience, not to own it.
That's ridiculous.
That'd be just like taking everyone's DVD collection and Blu-ray collection, and like you go to try to play it on whatever player you're playing, and all of a sudden it says, "Sorry, you're not allowed to play this anymore. Your license has run out." And it's like, what if I wanted to enjoy this years down the line with an offspring? Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Ubisoft actually brought that up too. One of their CEOs in an interview legitimately was like, oh, so like, you know, DVDs were a whole thing for media. Look at it now, it's all streaming. Gamers need to get over the fact that they don't own their media anymore.
Okay, but like, if I pick up a DVD now, I can still play it.
Yeah.
True.
That's such a dumb freaking.
So
okay.
if there's so the counter argument to that is, then if they're going to do that, they no longer sell physical copies. If they do decide to sell a physical copy in perpetuity, I should have access to whatever content is on that disc that I bought because I have a physical medium.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So even if they turn down the servers,
even if they shut them
should still
off,
be able to shut them off. I should still be able to have access and I'll be alone in the world, whatever, but I should still have access to my game, right?
Yeah.
I shelled out.
Kind of what I did for Spore, like when their
Yeah.
service like went down. You can still play the game
God,
now,
right? Yeah.
You can still play Star Wars. What's that one? The one that had the theme parks. They weren't called raids or dungeons. They were called theme parks.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know which
Star
one you're
Wars
talking
Galaxies.
about, but-
Yeah, Star Wars Galaxies. When
yeah.
Star Wars Galaxies came out, and then they ended up dropping that. There is an unofficial Galaxy server out there that you can go play on today that is run by a crew of people that care about that game genre. And you know what? Lucas Company said, yeah, no, sure. Like, yeah, if you guys want to keep it alive, the source code was out there. Go ahead and do it. I mean, we're not making any money off it anyways.
Right.
And they got to do it. Like that. Yeah. People are just too money hungry these days. That's what it boils down to.
That is 90% of it.
Mm-hmm. Also, I have that article pulled up, by the way.
Which one?
Japanese officials taking appropriate action after viral Assassin's Creed Shadows video shows destruction of their shrine. If they had asked us, we would have refused. So there is a actual Shinto shrine in the Assassin's Creed game that is based off an actual shrine in real life, like picture for picture, essentially. And you as a player can go in and damage and destroy that shrine. And those are like their religious sites. And so they're saying basically that you're disrespecting our culture by allowing people to do this, which I agree with.
So I'm not going to make the obvious argument here of if it was X religion, would you appreciate that? But I'm going to make the obvious argument here of if it was X religion, would you appreciate that? What the hell?
I don't think that you should, even if you don't like a religion, I don't think that you should wish
do this.
harm.
No.
You shouldn't wish harm upon anything that they believe in or where they worship. Like, you really shouldn't. If you don't like it, then forget about it and don't associate with it, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Just yeah.
I don't know. I would be upset regardless of religion. It'd be like somebody going to a mosque, right, and destroying a mosque in a video game, and then people are just like, "What? It's just a video game." Yeah, but this is of a location of a real site. The developers knew that going into it. They didn't ask permission. They just went ahead and they did it.
Ash.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Please.
Well, Assassin's Creed, they're known for their maps being historically accurate.
Right.
So it's not like this was just a random Shinto shrine. This was a Shinto shrine that matched the same location and looked the same as it did in real life as it did in the game. So, I mean, I can see people being upset about that. If it was just a random shrine out in the middle of nowhere in a continent that didn't even match, the location and wasn't associated with the actual location, I don't think it would have been a big thing. I mean, it still would have, but I don't think it would have been as bad.
It wouldn't be as big, I don't think.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, you're right. 100% across the board. I think. Actually, Kiri, do you have something to say about it?
I mean, just like bringing back, like, just don't, in a sense, like, don't yuck someone else's yum. Obviously, like,
exactly.
Personally, like, I'm an atheist. Like, I don't really personally believe anything of that like sort. But like, I had a classmate in college, for example, who was heavily religious and would just straight up like go up to people who weren't and like pointed fingers and was like, "You're going to hell.
You hate Jesus, you're going to fucking hell." Yeah. No, I get you. So,
but like,
as a Catholic, as a practicing Catholic, I find this offensive. I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face.
You're fine.
I'm a son of a Protestant.
I was looking at you and I was just like, I can't picture this man being Catholic. Nothing against being Catholic.
I mean, look, I drink enough, right?
Yeah, you could just say it's because I'm Irish. I drink enough, right?
Are you literally out here saying I could do better? Damn. But no,
I'm
like
just saying, like,
I
not
get where you're
mutually
coming
exclusive.
from.
Alcoholism is not exclusive to just Catholics.
Bro, tell that to half of my family.
I don't know what's
I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, sorry, Carrie. Didn't mean to distract you.
You're fine. You're fine.
I saw an opportunity for the funny. I had to go for it.
Fair, valid. I'm not gonna complain, but nah, I don't know. Like, especially with like a series like Assassin's Creed, that's like kind of going out of their way for like historical accuracy, of at least like locations and stuff.
Yeah.
That seems like a massive oversight.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, like, we did not burn down 90% of the chapels that we encountered when we were in Italy. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it seems
Oh, it's a little sus.
a little bit.
Mean,
a little bit.
It's just you should be respectful of other people's cultures, even if
Yeah.
you don't agree with it.
Bro,
And
right?
it doesn't matter if it's considered a freedom of speech. It's one thing to say something. It's another thing to allow your community to be put in the spot where they could deface these landmarks in a game. It's like you be like, oh well, we didn't tell them to do that, but we did program the options for that to be in there, and it's freedom of speech. And it's no. It's
You
one thing
knew
to
what you were
express
doing.
your own personal
Yeah.
opinion. It's another thing to create a product that allows people to do that.
Right?
You know.
Yeah, because you have to go out of your way to like program that in.
Bro, there was a Steam game that just got removed this last week. You know what? I'm not going to bring this up. We can't actually talk about this. This game was abhorrent. Moving on.
Don't know what he's talking about, but okay.
Don't ask. You don't want to know.
Okay.
Moving on. Yeah, no, I agree. Because, like, here's the deal. 90% of Assassin's Creed based on historical context. And then Ubisoft had the brass fucking balls to turn around and be like, oh, Assassin's Creed has never been based on historical context.
Yep.
Gamer, what?
Then create a alternate universe world that the continents don't look. They're on Pangea. Let's do that. Like
what? What the shit?
My God.
So Shades, I just want you to know I'm scared of this sax man that you sent me.
That is.
I feel like I can hear Jack
in Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter Wilds.
I can literally hear Jack Black going,
no,
sex man, skibbity bop boppity bop bop.
No, that is Squidward in Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I suppose. I can't wait till you see sexy Squidward in Final Fantasy 14. I can't wait till you see that.
What?
You heard me.
Sexy.
Get out of here. You know the boss fight I'm talking about, right?
Yep, I know.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
I cried after that.
Oh man!
But not because of the fight.
What? I know, right? You'll get there.
Don't worry about it.
Eventually, like 3 expansions later.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Figure out how to talk and kill the dead air. I'm tweeting about this because I'm concerned and I feel endangered.
When Shades gets to the level 57 dungeon, I want to know because I want to say enjoy the cutscene after.
Yeah.
Like I kept doing the sprouts.
That's not the dungeon that has sexy Squidward in it, but
no. But
it is.
It has a cutscene afterwards.
Yeah,
it was a good dungeon. Oh, that reminds me. Like when Heavensward first came out.
Go ahead. I'll tell you.
when Heavensward first came out, I was maining Astro, which was insanely underpowered at that point.
It was.
And oh my god, the level 57 dungeon was so hard on Astro. Like holy crap.
I was gonna say what really hit me in the feels, which he will get to live through, is the whole Moon Brea arc, and I'm just gonna say that. Oh my goodness, a character that didn't deserve what they got in the end.
No.
Like,
and then.
Hi, I'm back from the Twitter sphere.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome back.
I am concerned.
Oh God, why do I have a Twitter notification?
We're just
You
we're just geeking
goddamn
out.
well know why.
We're just
Oh, I
geeking out.
see. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. You'll get
I'm
there
worried.
eventually. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
There's nothing to worry about. It's fine.
Are you sure? A little
Yeah.
concerned.
No, it's fine.
Right, bad.
FF14 is a very wholesome and comfy
okay.
experience. And
Here's
there's
the
no
thing.
heartbreak or anything.
Here's the thing. I've killed a god.
Yeah.
Why is this ridiculously hard?
What do you mean? Why is it?
Where's the
ridiculously hard?
challenge? In
So
ARR?
okay,
You'll get there.
you're playing through it during a time where you get boosted XP. The content does not match the current levels.
Okay.
Like you have easy mode. Like if Kirari, you probably played from the beginning too. I think we talked about that.
She did.
Like it was to get from 1 to 50 took you like a couple weeks or more, and that would be exclusively running story content and having to grind dungeons because you would be under leveled to move on to the next story content.
Yeah, or you had to go to Cerulean processing plant for fate trains.
Oh my goodness! What? So because you get boosted XP, like okay, you're almost what, level 30?
Yeah.
And you just now fought Ifrit? Like no way, man. No way would you be almost level 30.
Was I supposed to fight Ifrit at like 21?
Like I think so, like
something like that.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that being a little difficult, but I'm not gonna lie. I basically only used 4 skills to fight him. What?
Yeah.
How is that hard? How is that hard?
I've been making him do his class quests and complaining about it the whole way, so that way he's got more skills.
No. So here's the deal. I know the last episode. Hey, comment section. Did you watch that last episode? It's probably linked. If not, why are you not following? So anyway, yeah, Minfilia, yes, slaps. But, and hear me out. Hold on. I can't remember who it was. Who is the chick that runs the oh my god. The Gladiators Guild.
What is that? She called? I haven't been to her in like
Who is that?
I don't remember what she's called.
Hold on.
Do you like that, Shades?
FFXIV Gladiator Guild quest giver. What?
I'm interacting with him on Twitter.
Yes, you're doing great. I'm so proud.
So proud of you.
The Gladiators Guild, this is so wrong. This is a random cat boy. This is not who gives me quests. Who is
I'm
this?
Not random. I'm right here. I'm right next to you. Don't you
be
dare
quiet, you.
Push me off the corner. Meow.
Great.
Meow, meow, meow.
It's Mila.
Mila? I'm glad that there's no redeems here
Mila?
for me to meow for 5 minutes.
Bro, right?
I don't know.
It's Mela. Yeah, no, so I don't know what it is. You know what? I'm just going to link this so that way you can suffer in degeneracy with me.
You just like mommies in armor. That's all I've got to say.
I'm just linking this so you can suffer in degeneracy with me. There is something. What is it about a woman that just looks at me with a scowl and is like, "You're worthless"? That just
you just like dommy mommies. I don't know.
You
what
have
to
a
tell
type.
You. Yeah.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly why I'm surprised. I'm honestly, especially with this, like the liking the dommy mommy is making me like even more surprised that you don't like a certain other character.
Who?
Y'shtola.
Oh, he just met Y'shtola. He hasn't.
Okay, fair enough.
Who's that?
The one whose name you said you weren't even gonna pronounce. And I pronounced it for you. You're like, how does one even know how to say this name? Be like, voice acted cutscenes. That's how.
Yeah.
But no, my favorite Y'shtola moment, and he will not get this until way later, is little son.
Who is this?
Son, yeah.
And not SON, SUN. Just so you're
Oh,
clear, Shades.
Yustola. Okay.
Yeah,
Awa,
Yustola.
Awa.
Did you look up Yustola? Now you're
Awa,
Awa.
Awa.
You had like some not so nice comments before when we were playing live. Go back and check the VOD chat. Do it.
There is no VOD. Not anymore.
There is on his Twitch channel and on my Twitch channel. They exist.
Awa.
That reminds me. I need to publish that video.
Don't.
I normally review them before I publish them. This one I'm just gonna publish.
I want to watch it.
Damn.
Stola's great.
Awa.
I do like Yustola. Yustola was my mommy character.
All
For
right.
most of the game. Yeah.
I am I'm very much foreseeing Shades to jump ship. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean?
He will. There's so many characters that show up that I can see him.
All right. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
Here is the deal. I, for the next 30 seconds, am willing to take my headset off so I don't hear you guys talk. But you got to start wiggling around so that way I hear you, okay? Do you get me?
That way you hear me, or so that way you're ready.
No, so that way I know that, like, for 30 seconds you talk about whatever it is and you start wiggling and jiggling, so that way I know to put my headset back on my head. Are you good for that?
I suppose.
Okay, you have 30 seconds. Figure it out. Set a timer. Let me know when you're ready to hit start. Let me know when you're ready to hit start.
Wait, I'm okay with just like making stuff vague.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay
Don't
with
worry
it.
about it.
No,
I
no.
like the fact that
Oh
you will
shit,
get.
that's right. I have to watch this back anyway. Oh god. Never mind.
Don't worry, we're not talking
You did.
spoilers. We're just keeping stuff
I
fake.
will say that
People
he
who
has
know
not
will
seen,
know.
He has not seen Urianger without the hood yet.
Comment
I'm
No,
throwing that
section.
out there.
that's like Heavensward-ish.
Comment
Yeah, that's
section. Do
Heaven's
you know
Ward.
who that is? What does that mean?
Ooh, why am I forgetting his name? He's
I have no
he's
idea.
the night guy that you meet before Heaven's Sword. Oh my god, he was so hot. What is his name?
That guy
Bro,
before
I don't know.
Heavensward?
The night elf. The guy who
I don't
you meet
know.
up at the border before he lets you come into the main Heaven's Ward area. Oh my goodness, that's gonna drive me nuts.
Oh, I'm Eric.
Yeah, I'm Eric. Oh my god. Like, so okay, so you see how the graphics are for Realm Reborn?
Mm.
They totally Bishoujo'd this character. Like he
Okay.
is
like even more so.
even more so than any other character. Like the guy who did the art on that character and animated it, like
Hey,
literally just it sparkles everywhere. Like he's
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
yes, a beautiful man. We're going to
So-
make him so beautiful that all the women want him.
So what you're
Great.
saying is
Emmerich,
so what you're
yeah.
saying is I need to rewatch the one cutscene where you're having dinner with him.
I
What?
would be his little spoon.
Anyone would be a little.
I'm not
spoon
cheating
for
on
it.
you. I'm not cheating.
Okay.
You know
It's
how
okay.
we
Shades, don't
we
get
got the
jealous.
list. We got the list of people that we would. He's up there. He's up there. I'm just saying.
Mhm. Valid.
Okay. Bet.
He's
Can you
hot.
imagine if he was away
I
for
like
30 seconds and we started talking about Emmerich and then he would never know. He would never know.
I offered.
Yeah. It's okay.
That's fine.
We're throwing out names. We're not spoiling actual content.
Yeah.
So you'll be like, oh, so that's what they were talking about as soon as you get to it.
I literally offered.
Kids, do you want a T-Rex mount? 'Cause they have T-Rex mounts. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What?
You can ride a T-Rex.
Mhm.
Or a manta
I'd
ray.
rather ride one of those new
Yeah.
dire wolves.
Not even a
Oh,
real
you're talking
dire
about-
wolf.
Yeah, they're not real direwolves either.
Bro, so I don't even think we need to talk about that. If anyone who understands anything about genetics is like herkadurka, dire wolves, anyone who knows anything about genetics is like, nah, man, I'm good. Thanks though.
So,
I did-
literally the only thing that happened was slight gene manipulation on a
Right.
dog that is a bigger size than a normal
It's
dog.
basically a wolf with
Yeah.
like the 2% of DNA that makes a dire wolf,
Yeah,
edited it.
but it's still a wolf.
Yeah.
Puppies are cute though.
Yeah, the puppies were cute. I tell you what. And honestly, they're not going to be actual woolly mammoths. But as soon as we see a fully furry elephant, I'm just going to be like, "Yep, woolly mammoths. That's it. Yep. I'm excited." And then I'm going to wonder how they taste.
Ooh, how would
Because cavemen used to eat them back in the day. They hunted them.
Oh
to
yeah.
extinction. And you got to figure, why would somebody hunt something to an extinction if it wasn't delicious? Like, seriously?
Oh, bro, right? Oh my god.
But anyways,
I legitimately don't get it.
I don't know how to help you there.
And you're like, Shades, what don't you get?
I
You're
don't
like,
get a lot of
Shades,
things.
what don't you get?
Yeah, I'm curious. Curiosity is gonna kill me, and I'm a cat, so
So
point made.
the power of one, the power of many killed Star Wars the Acolyte, right?
I see where you're.
And you're like, Shades, you're a Star Wars fan. You're an old canon fan. Why are you talking about this dreck that is Star Wars the Acolyte? Why are you talking about Disney Star Wars' extended universe? Look, here's the deal. I literally gave up the Night Sisters so you could sit up here and sing the power of one, the power of many, and then birth two Jedis at the same time. When I'm just sitting here like, oh, so anyway, this is Star Wars The Acolyte. Don't worry, it's shit. It's getting canceled. Did you know that they're still releasing art books and everything for that?
They are.
They are?
Yeah.
I
God.
came across.
Okay.
Sage,
I came across an article.
This ass linked this to me, and he sent me in like
No
a
context,
spiral.
mind you. No context.
None.
It literally
None context
said,
left beef.
New release for Acolyte, and he goes, please say
No,
psych. Please tell
no.
me you're kidding.
I was
Please
like,
joke.
holy
He
fuck,
opens it.
please say psych. And then my next message was, wait, this is art books.
They're art books, yeah.
Like
In other Star Wars news, though, on the upside of Star Wars news, the original theatrical cut of Star Wars: A New Hope is being released for the first time in a quarter of a century in theaters.
Oh.
what?
Yeah, you heard me. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. The British Film Institute, the BFI, not to be mixed with the FBI, two different things there, announced that they will be screening an original cut of Star Wars as it premiered in 1977.
No.
This will mark the first time in decades that an unaltered version of the film,
no.
later retitled Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, will be screened theatrically. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. So, see, we had a downside to Star Wars, and then we had an upside.
Yeah.
Bro, the power one, the power of many is still a pretty big downside, I'm not gonna lie. They fucked up Admiral Thrawn. How do you fuck that up? I'm sorry. I'm not, but I'm gonna pretend like I am.
Now, this is my take. I kind of liked the Acolyte. Not for the messages it was giving, but for sort of like the story after.
Nani,
like the chasing,
what, bro?
the chasing the sister, the dark side, light side. These Jedi realizing, like, it didn't even have to be a sect of women that were, having kids without men. It literally could have been just a sect of rogue Jedi or whatever, a sect of rogue magic users, as they call themselves, or life force users or whatever. Like, it could have been anything. But the fact that these twins, which twins is a common theme in Star Wars, these twins, one was not able to use the Force because she felt bad about what happened. The other one was doing dark side stuff, right? And going out and killing all the Jedi that
doing quote unquote dark side stuff.
Yeah, the Jedi themselves that she was going after, they all had remorse about what they had done. And just so like that story right there, they did. like that one guy that was meditating that the sister could not get to because there was like a force shield of energy around him.
That's
by
not
the force.
how it works.
And so like when he finally came out of his meditation, he let her kill him because he felt remorse for what he did to her family, essentially. And just, I mean, I liked it. I liked it for what it was. Do I want it part of my canon? Probably not. But for a standalone story, I liked it. It's fine.
There was a thing I was going to say, but I'm not going to have that clipped out of context because that's going to follow me forever. You know exactly what I'm going to say.
Probably. Well, let's put it this way. Everyone has an opinion, and I am happy that you have yours. And that, yeah, I'm not going to mess with your opinion. Yeah.
Fair. Bro. Okay, we're gonna move on before I take up the rest of the fucking time. Oh god. Okay. So Bungie's literally publishing a new game in 12 years.
Yes.
God. Okay.
The new game that they're coming out is supposed to be a rival for Escape from Tarkov, supposedly.
So, but here's the deal though. It's Bungie.
Yeah.
And the artwork looks very
Spartan-esque. Halo-esque. Yeah, I mean,
what is a polite way to say very fuck ugly chicks? Because it is the modern era.
So they're creating Space Marines. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're doing female Space Marines.
Which, I mean, technically, in the Halo universe, there are female Space Marines.
Bro, but this isn't the Halo universe, though.
What can argue?
It is called Marathon. It is called Marathon. This isn't Halo.
Wait a second. Didn't they already try to come out with a game called Marathon?
Yeah, in 1999. And Kiri's just like, what in the Vboomer shit is going on? Bungie's first game was called Marathon. They either released it or didn't, and then they went straight to making Halo.
1994. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Why does this look like Quake graphics?
Oh, that's because they basically stole it from Doom and Quake.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like Quake graphics.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. It
was released. It was released for the Apple Macintosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have not seen a Macintosh machine since I was in grade school.
Right? And like, boys and girls, that was when the year started with 19.
The maths don't add up. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, they're basically trying to bring Marathon back by a callback for their fans, but this is gonna be an EFT clone. And you're like, not them EFTs, not 2020. No. Hold on, let me stop you right there, dear netizen. No, it is not electronically fungible token. It is Escape from Tarkov.
Yes.
There's a difference.
A game I'm very familiar with.
One makes you lose your bank account. The other makes you lose your sanity, your life, and your self-esteem.
One can say that they do that Escape from Tarkov does both those things.
All three of those things. You are correct. Yes.
All three of those things.
I've seen you play it.
I've already spent probably about $200 on Escape from Tarkov. And it's not even 1.0 release.
You know what? I bet.
And that's not even the I got the arena for free. So if I didn't get arena for free, so I bought the base edition, right? Which was like $50. And I was like, okay, $50, it's normal game price, whatever. Well, I ended up liking the game. So they had 2 tiers above that you could upgrade it to. So I paid the money, and you only had to pay the difference to upgrade. So I paid the money, and then I waited another year, and I paid the money to upgrade to the max one that you could have because the benefits were awesome. And then they ended up coming out with Escape from Tarkov Arena, which was supposed to be their entry into esports. And they were going to charge everyone for it, even though on the website they said before that if you owned a certain edition of the game, you got access to it for free. And so there was a big stink about it. You know, I get it. They're trying to make their money. This game isn't complete and they still have costs to pay, whatever. Well, the player base won, which was speaking with their wallets. And so they gave everyone that had the top version of the game, which I did, Arena for free. So if I had paid for Arena, that would have been an extra, I don't know, 30, 35 bucks maybe. And then they came out, they got rid of the edition that I have, but I still got to keep all the benefits and everything that came with it. They just weren't selling it anymore. And they came out with another edition that if you bought it off the rip is just a flat $200 and doesn't come with Arena. And then if you wanted to buy the PvE on top of that, that was an additional payment. So if you wanted the PvE and Arena for your $200 bundle of the game, you were spending probably about $300.
I'm out.
For a
No,
game that's
I'm out.
Not on
I quit.
1.0.
Hi, I'm poorly walking back into frame because I can't. I can't even right now.
He doesn't have a choice. No choice in the matter.
Holy crap! $200.
Hey, people in the comments, please put down your most expensive game purchase and why you hated spending that much money. Or why you liked spending that much money. I don't know. You could be a masochist. We cater to all kinds here.
With the exception of people that are vegan. Y'all are weird.
I want to make
I'm
comments
kidding.
on that.
Look, here's the deal. I say this knowing that I had a couple friends growing up, and by a couple I mean two, exactly two, out of my graduating class of like 700, who literally could not process animal proteins because of very rare genetic disorders. I'm kidding. Y'all are fine. I'm still gonna poke fun at it though, because I think it's funny.
Fair.
And the Abyssal VTuber over there is laughing at it. So like
I laugh at everything. Listen, I'm easily entertained.
I know, but you're the demographic that needs to laugh at everything for me to be going, oh, so what, are you sexist now?
Oh god, Twitter's making me hungry. Sorry.
What the heck?
I'm
Twitter's
sorry.
not supposed to make you hungry. Speaking of Twitter,
when you create your Twitter account, you
yeah,
have to put categories you're interested in.
Yeah.
Food is my #1 category I'm interested in. You know what? They're spamming my page with it, and a lot of this.
Hey yo, spam Masubi, I'd be down.
I love spam Masubi.
Masubi,
so good.
It's not
spam
good
sushi's
for you.
Good too, by the way.
Not good for you at all.
No,
but oh my god, it's tasty and delicious.
So good.
Right?
Also, I should do that. Kadati, you now have a follow on the X,
Yay.
the Twitter. Bro. So they're sharing artwork between Marathon and Concord.
Yeah,
and they're already
do very well either.
No, people are already going, huh, I don't see a difference. Because Marathon is going to be a $70 game.
Sorry, I'm looking at Karati's Twitter, and Loveless is now on my list of things I need to consume.
It's good. I like it.
It looks good.
It made me feel old the other day.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question.
Yes. Question.
We are both office. Oh, and by both, I mean all three of us are office B. Hold on. Stand by. The brain is not braining. Please stand by. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, roll.
Bad shades.
Hey, leave me alone. Okay, so we're all office workers by day, right?
I mean, yeah, I would say drones is more apt, but sure.
Sure, why not? So, what's your worst office experience?
I'm trying to figure out how detailed I should get, or what I should leave out,
oh God,
and not dox myself or dox my company or any of that nonsense.
No, like I'm talking like, what is your worst? Like, you've either had like a shitty supervisor or like, what is your worst?
This was when, before I got the job that I've got now, I like worked like in an actual office. Like right now I work in a home office, which is great. But before I got the job that I've got right now, I did a call center job, which was freaking awful. I freaking hated it.
I can understand that.
Yeah, call centers are the worst. But
I believe it.
I managed to get like the job that I've got now, and I'm like quite happy where I am. It still sucks, but like it's better than it was. But I was home with COVID for like 2-3 weeks. And it was finally time for me to like return to the office. But like while I had COVID, I like had like the interview with like the company that I work for now and like everything, and I got hired by them. So I was like, great. By the time I go back to the office, I'm just gonna walk. So I went into the office early in the morning, like before my shift was meant to start technically, and I went up to my boss and I was like, listen, I need to talk to you for a moment. And for context, like the team that I worked in, people just walked out without saying anything and just didn't show up anymore.
Oh, silent quitting. That's the thing here in the US.
So they would just like, they wouldn't say anything. They would just not pick up their phone anymore, and they would just quit. They would just be done. And so I at least was like, okay, you know what? I'll at least like go in. I'll tell them I'm not coming back. Just, you know, to be nice. So I went in and I was like, listen, I need to talk to you for a moment. And he literally tried to brush me off. Like, oh, no, the meeting room is like occupied right now because like we're training new hires. And I was like, okay, that's nice. I need to talk to you. I don't care.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, but like this and that. And like he was trying to like make excuses and like basically try to like get me behind my desk. And I was like, I'm not going behind my desk. I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
And eventually I got him to like, you know, actually talk to me. Finally, after like 15 minutes of him trying to like coax me behind my desk. And I was like, I quit. I came in to tell you that like I quit. I'm at least like nice enough to hand you my keys, hand you like my key card and everything, but I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay. What can we do better? And
tell me you went off. Tell me you went off.
Question you never want people to answer.
I went on a fucking tangent of like what they could do better. Because like for context, I worked in a Dutch team. Like exclusively talking Dutch over the phone with people who were like obviously buying stuff from us that they needed for like their daily life. And there was like massive delays going on with everything. And the company wasn't telling anyone.
Oh, no.
So, naturally, there was a lot of angry customers. Yes, but obviously, all those customers, they only get to talk to you. So, you get the brunt of, like, everything. So, I got called names. I got wished every disease known to mankind. Everything. Right? And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm so done.
Yeah.
And then
I get that.
During COVID, like we had, you know, the social distancing. So there was like a desk where someone was sat, empty desk, and then a desk where someone else was sat.
Yeah, you gotta be like 6 feet apart, right?
So we were like a desk apart, and then they moved to a new location where everyone was like right on top of one another, essentially.
Ooh, bro, no.
It was great. And I was sat like right next to a window, but all the windows needed to be open for like COVID regulations.
What?
Because we didn't have like air filtration.
So it was cold. You were cold.
So it was freaking freezing.
Oh god.
So when I quit, I just went on a tangent. Like, listen, we could easily have done this at home. First of all, you just don't want us to work from home because you can't control us from there. You can't see what's on our screens in between calls. That's why you don't want us to work from home. If you want more people to apply for this job, 1, pay more. 2, let people work from home if they want to. And 3, actually tell people when stuff is delayed.
Yeah. Send out an email. Emails are easy. You can mass send out to all your customers with one button.
It's not that hard.
So I went on a tangent and I walked out and I had the biggest smile on my face. And then I ate a slushie. Or not a slushie. I ate ice cream. And then I was happy.
You had a milkshake.
No, I had an ice cream.
Dang.
Yeah. It was awesome.
All right, see.
But he just like genuinely tried to like get me to like go by my desk. Like, no,
he's just like, just go over there and talk to me about it later. And you're like, no, Dan. No, Dan. I'm done.
They're hoping to get some phone calls out of you before you quit, is what it sounded like.
Right?
Not a chance. Nope.
Not how this works.
Nope.
Bro.
Nope.
Not how it works. So I've got a good COVID story and a bad COVID story regarding my office.
Pick the worst. What do you think would get us the most views?
I can't pick the worst without giving away my company.
What would make you think us to get the most views, sir?
So I worked a desk job, right, for the company I'm at now. And this is before we were bought out. I still work for the company that bought us out, which I almost didn't. But so they basically said, we have no work for you to do because your function can't function if people do not attend classes during COVID, which they can't because we can't coordinate that with people having enough space. So you can either go home and not get paid, or you can go work in one of our stores. And I'm just like, well, I guess I have no choice. I got child support and bills to pay. So I had to go work a store level side. And now, mind you, I hadn't worked retail or convenience in forever. And so I was like, well, I guess I have no choice. And so I worked there, and this coincides with us being bought out too. So a few years later, we end up getting bought out, and they axed my department altogether. And they're like, well, we're sorry, we don't have anywhere for you. We're gonna have to say goodbye because they're axing your department completely because they already have a department like yours, even though our department did it better. Anyways, so they're like, okay, we can either offer you a severance package, or you can go back and work at the store that you worked at during COVID. And I'm just like, wait, why would I go from a desk job, which I can go get another desk job, to working in a store? Like, why would I do that? That's like me going back. Like, nothing against people that work in stores or have to or choose to do that.
Yeah, I get it.
But with my time and experience, why would I go downgrade when I could just go something else center of the field? So that's one of my tame stories. I can't really talk about the other stuff without fully revealing the company, and I'm not comfortable with that because I still work for the company.
I get that.
Yeah. And what's on the internet stays on the internet forever.
Yes.
True.
But I will say, I have to get this story out because we talked about COVID. The nice thing is I went on a Star Trek cruise. This cruise was awesome. William Shatner flew in on a freaking helicopter and landed on a cruise ship. It was great.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so I went on a cruise, and then when I got back from the cruise, COVID just went into full swing. Everything was locked down and all that stuff. And so I ended up going into the office, and you know the stories from cruise ships during COVID. Everyone was catching COVID on cruise ships, and
everyone was being detained
don't go.
On them. Yeah,
they were. I had just made the wire before they started detaining people on cruise ships for COVID. And so I got off the ship. I got tested. Did not have COVID. Go back to the state of origin and go into work. Yeah. The next day, I show up to work, and my boss goes, "You need to go home." And I said, "Why?"
What?
And she's just like, "I have been told by the higher ups since you came back from a cruise and they're locking down all the cruises, you need to go home for 2 weeks." I said, "I have no vacation time. I'm not going to get paid for this. I literally used my vacation time to go on this cruise. I'm getting screwed out of work when I have tested as not being positive for COVID. I don't have it. They blah, 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 you know." And she goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. We're still going to pay you." And I'm like,
Wow.
sweet,
Huh?
sweet, another 2 weeks of vacation for free.
Well, hell yeah.
And
Heck
so
yeah.
I come back after my 2 weeks, and a bunch of other people started getting kicked out of the office and being told they had to go home, but they had to use their vacation time, and if they had no vacation time, they weren't getting paid. So I lucked out.
Oh.
I looked out big
Damn.
time. Yeah.
That's
So yeah,
good.
downside and upside, but I can't go into any crazy stories, like I said,
Mhm.
without revealing. my
Oh yeah,
company
no, I
name.
get it.
I want to keep my job for now.
I don't have that fucking problem unless they give me, $10 an hour more in the next month, which I know they
Yeah.
fucking won't. So, my employer.
Or would you say if they let you work from home at a different location?
You know what? I doubt that they're gonna do that, but yeah, no, sure.
I know,
Be
but
fine.
if that option was on the table and you had to move and they let you work from home,
Oh yeah, I know that'd be fine.
okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, my employer has this awful habit, and comment section. This is how you know you have a bad employer. If they literally have a turnover of like 2 employees per position in 6 months or less,
Mm.
it's not a good employer. So, I moved for this employer to like 3 or 4 states away because, haha, hee hee, first job out of college. COVID happened, wasn't allowed to work from home, didn't have a job that maintained a necessity to work in office. I was like, you know what, whatever, who gives a shit? They basically stuck me in my own little part of an office, and like the next person was like 12 feet away. Whatever.
Mhm.
Until they hired Shannon. And you're like, Shades, who the hell is that? Shannon was a 71-year-old woman.
I remember Shannon.
And from day one, I was like, Shannon, that's great. Because Shannon was like, oh, well, Shades, what's this? And I was like, you know what, Shannon, that's not my problem. I don't have to teach you that. And Shannon was like, oh, well, you should. You've been here the longest. And I'm like, no, that's not my problem. Figure it out. And then my boss is like, Shades, you got to teach this. And I was like, nope, that's not my problem. You don't pay me to teach this. You literally are trying to harangue me into it. So yeah, that should have been your first and third and seventh red flags, right? Where they were trying to get you to do more than what your job scope was.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until Shannon came along. And then I put my foot down and I was like, nah, man, I ain't doing this. So, I did that. And then Shannon, for like 2 years, proceeded to be like, oh, hey, Shades, how do I make my computer faster? I don't know, Shannon. Delete your System33 folder. And
Chat,
it's like,
comment section, do not do that.
Comment section, don't do anything I'm about to say. And then it's like, oh, hey, Shades, the IT department emailed me a QR code with explicit instructions to have a smartphone user scan it. I don't have a smartphone. Can I use yours? No, Shannon, you dumb witch. And I say witch because you're like, oh, he meant to say bitch, right? No, literally, this woman rode a fucking broomstick to work. That's how evil she was. Because, anytime you told her, Shannon, you're doing it wrong, it was immediately she was screaming at you.
Oh boy.
Immediately. Anytime you pointed out anything, automatically on the defensive. Automatically screaming. Automatically loud. To the point where I was just like, Shannon, I'm not going to help you. And then Shannon was like, oh, well, the boss says this. And we're like, you know what? I don't believe that unless I hear it from the freaking boss.
Hmm.
And then suddenly Shannon stopped talking to me because my boss was not telling anyone except her to do the shit. And she couldn't do it. So then they fired her ass.
Good.
Thank God.
So I know you were saying suddenly Shannon, but all I could hear in my head was suddenly Seymour. For those of you that know what that's from, I'm a boomer, so I know where that's from. Hopefully
Comment
you understand
section.
where that's from.
Oh, comment section.
Oh, comment section. I will say that I actually prefer the director's cut of that movie
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about, Shades?
No, I do not. Oh, comment section. My beloved.
It's comment section. If you made it this far, I'm just going to tell you what it is because I need him to know the reference because he's got 2 underscores. Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, God.
Little Shop of Horrors. I mean, if you can't tell, I like musicals to a certain extent. And
the only
that
musical.
One, so you know how in horror movies, like it's supposed to end where like people, and it was technically a horror movie. People are supposed to be like, yeah, we beat the monster, everything's great, everything's grand. In the release that they did, not the director's cut, the release that they did at the end, like the couple is together and they live in a white picket fence and their dreams have come true and
no,
blah, blah,
they
blah,
died.
Blah. Well, in the theatrical, or not the theatrical, the director's cut, the monsters actually end up taking over the world, and like just the whole entire end of the movie is them like destroying cities like Godzilla, and it was so fun. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Highly recommend you guys watch that, especially if you like musical movies. And it has Rick Moranis in it, a gem that a lot of this generation did not get a chance to grow up watching.
Okay.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Little Giants, which for the life of me, and this will be my last thing, and then we can move on. Little Giants, I cannot find it to watch anywhere. There's no streaming service. I can't even find where to buy a DVD of it. Little Giants was Rick Moranis running a football team.
Really?
Of little kids.
You can't find it anywhere.
I can't. It's not even on Disney. Like Disney Plus. It's not on there. Disney, if you're listening to this, please. Where's my Little Giants? I need my Rick Moranis. Let's go.
Bro, you can't even rent this.
No, you can't. You literally can't. I can't find it anywhere.
You can't even rent. Oh, it's on Prime Video, Sage. There you go.
It says that, but I've been on Prime Video. I'm about to pull up Prime Video right now. Prime Video's lying to you. It is lying to you.
So it also says it's on Roku or Apple TV. So while he's comprehending that the future is now, old man, the best musical out there is actually Repo, the Genetic Opera.
Never watched it.
No.
Fury? No?
Not seen it. Nope.
All right, Shades, I'm blaming you. My wallet is literally crying right now.
For what?
I just bought Little Giants.
Like, bought?
Yes. As soon as it, because I've looked for it on Prime. I've looked on it for every streaming service, and they must have literally just done it because, yeah.
Hey, look at that.
So
I saved you some money because you didn't buy the Ready or Not DLC. Also, Kira, do you like SWAT games?
Here I come. Anyways.
Do I like what? Sorry?
Do you like SWAT team games?
SWAT games?
SWAT.
Like
SWAT team. SWAT. Like, do you want to be a member of a SWAT team?
It's not really my type of game.
Do you want to shoot innocent people with beanbag rounds?
In the dick.
Oh God, I didn't.
Hold on. You don't do that. No, Kiri, here's the deal. The understanding is you could shoot anyone in the dick with a beanbag round in this game because the state is paying for it. And you're like, What do you mean, Shades? Because originally this is set in California, LA, but they changed it to not LA. So that way, you know that the state of Schmalifornia is paying for all of the dick reconstructive surgeries. And you're like, what do you mean, Shades? I literally have 40, 60 hours, 100 hours in this game, and I use the beanbag shotgun to pacify intruders and or hostile elements. And I shoot them all in the dick. And you're like, why is that, Shades? Can't you just shoot them in the leg or the chest? No, because if you get shot in the dick, you kind of fucking stop fighting.
As somebody who has seen how the California court system handles certain things due to my job, I can totally see them paying for dick reconstructive surgery.
And see, comment section. Ready or not? Have you played it?
Some of the things that state will pay for is crazy from the stuff I've seen. Like,
but yeah, Kiri, I kid you not, it's 50% off right now across the board, all of it.
Okay.
And I own it. Sage owns it. I literally have 7 other guys that own it. So if you want to be part of a SWAT team, we can do that on a weekend.
I want to be
and stream
the
it
very best
for fun.
SWAT member there ever was. Beanbagging in them balls because doing it is my cause.
Swatty mod.
I will travel across the state, beanbagging far and wide.
Bow.
Each encounter a chance to see someone die inside.
Ow, my balls!
You heard it here, folks. We've gotten some of the lyrics. We just need to smooth it out. There'll be an LP soon. Let's go.
Nice.
Yes.
So, Kiri, you down?
My job.
I can do that sometimes.
So you down? For real? For real?
And ladies, I'm single. If you want to laugh this hard, hit me
Bro,
up.
here's the deal. Ladies, if you want to laugh this hard and have the man cook for you after you're done, talk to this man right here.
I don't even have to make you laugh. I'll cook for you anyways. Like, I just like cooking. I literally am looking at a crispy orange beef recipe on my other monitor right now while we're talking.
Oh,
that sounds nice.
For real though, Ready or Not is on sale right now, 50% off. We're not paid to promote this. I just like this game.
Nope. We are sharing with you our likes, chat. However, companies, if you are
you're interested
in, we don't mind chilling for pennies on the dollar, mind you.
He's not wrong.
We're gonna work that corner. You're gonna come across your website.
Also, hey, if you've stayed this long, shout out to Veritas.
Yes, Veritas.
He made this table for us.
We're so fancy now.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
It is.
We're legit.
We're so fancy.
Speaking
We're
of
so
which,
legit.
This is the first time we're using this table for this podcast on our new channel. This is episode number 2. So technically this is the second time. But this is all one recording. So shush, brain.
It's like the 9th episode, but like, I'm not gonna lie. We moved the podcast.
Ignore this for a moment, Sage, but I need to send you this before it disappears from my Twitter timeline forever.
Also, Kiri, to sell you on Ready or Not even harder, you can taser dudes in the junk too.
Actually, the other day on my Twitter, just speaking of tasers.
Okay, you got my attention.
I was browsing Twitter last week or the week before, and I just like come across like a video of like someone holding her. I didn't even realize it was a taser at first. Or like, or it wasn't it was a stun gun, so it was like not as strong, if I remember correctly. I don't know, but it was in the shape of a frog, and I literally spent
what?
I spent like half an hour looking on their website
for a frog
and they
gun.
have like
a front gun.
They have like a bunch of like stun guns that are like really like cute and like really girly.
Really?
Like, oh my god. Yeah. Wait, let's see if I can find it.
Ooh, okay. I guess I'm going to the Oriental Food Market tomorrow, guys. Anyways, go ahead. Tasers.
Damn.
Sorry.
Okay. So tasers, then food.
Wait,
holy crap, is this going to be the name of the episode? Tasers, then food? No, it shouldn't be. We talked about a lot of other stuff.
You could probably cook food with a taser.
Found it. Let me send you guys this.
Okay, I bet.
So this is the stun gun that I found.
Oh, that's nondescript too. Like you would think
All
that's
right,
like a phone
let
case
us
or
look at the
something.
stun gun.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
That's a stun gun?
Yeah.
I like how the heart has a face on
What?
it with a frowny face.
All right, you got me clicking random stupid shit.
Bad for your heart.
So I want
so
you to
cute.
know that, like, for the first like 5 to 7 minutes of the podcast that we did for my channel before we moved it over to Vboomer Cast, we talk about what knives we carry around.
Oh yeah, we did.
And that and that you're a great person, but you're also a dumbass on the end.
Yeah, I am.
It's like, yeah, I'll just throw my AirPods at him. I'm like, gamer, the fuck what?
Listen, I don't have this stun gun, but I want it. But I just remembered that I saw it.
And like Sage is like, yeah, no, I got a K-bar, and I'm like, no, I got a buck 110, or I got like a 4.5-inch stiletto, and you're just like,
not the shoe, chat, not the shoe. There's another one.
Yeah, no, it's a knife, and you're just like, nah, I'm gonna just throw my AirPods at him and walk away. You're like,
Yes.
you know what?
Didn't mean to send that twice.
That is a flex.
They're so cute. I like them.
Holy crap.
What the heck?
Oh
There's a
my
website called the
God.
Meow Defense Shop.
Yeah.
What?
Meow Defense Shop. Empowering. Oh man, that looks dangerous. Empowering since 2014 to protect yourself, protect others.
Okay.
They have some cute stuff.
They do.
Bro.
They have Hello Kitty knives. What is this? My daughter would love
Yeah.
those.
What in the why do you need a Hello Kitty?
And
knife?
they're showcasing hidden knives. A woman with a fishnet
Okay,
stocking with a knife strapped to her thigh. That's their showcase. Okay, Shades, you need this website.
All right, bet.
Protect yourself, girl. Do it. There. Meow Defense. And it's Latino owned. What do you know?
Hey, yo.
And those nails she has are weapons in their own right.
Honestly?
Honestly.
I'm not
Not that I
gonna
have a
lie.
problem with it, but
Ow.
Ow, ow.
or ow ow in this case. If you
Yeah.
those things.
Hey,
Definitely
hey,
ow,
so I'm looking at a garter belted stiletto. Damn, ladies, I'm proud.
ow.
A pepper spray
Pepper
pen?
spray pens. Yeah. Oh, we're looking at the same thing. Pepper spray pen.
There's some good stuff.
Bro.
Yeah. Letter opener comb? What the heck? Yeah, let me
Okay.
I'm gonna style my hair and stab you at the same time. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay,
It's
but
like right there, I
here's
don't
the
know
where it
real
is.
question, though.
Yeah.
Barring you, because I know you already know how to use these. Chat, do you train with what you carry, EDC? To, like, have to defend yourself? Do you know what is legally required and mandated of you to EDC that weapon? If you have a weapon? Make sure you know that before you just carry that shit. It's important. I'm
Speaking of
sorry,
which-
I'm putting on the old boomer preacher hat, but like don't
Speaking
just
of weapons-
randomly threaten people with weapons when you don't
Mhm.
have any obligation to threaten people with weapons.
I was coming back from Qatar and we got on this plane, right? And I had to have a letter to carry my 7-inch K-bar knife onto the plane.
All
And I'm
right,
like, okay,
bet.
this is weird that they're letting us carry weapons on the plane because that's all we're taught is do not bring weapons on a plane. The plane will be shut down. You will be arrested. You will sit in prison. So they gave me a letter that allowed me to carry this knife on the plane. We landed in Germany and they put an announcement over the plane. They're like, please unload your magazines and store all of your firearms in the overhead apartment. And I was just like, what the heck? Who's got
Not need to fuck what?
on a public plane?
Oh my
Germany.
God.
What the shit?
Can you guess? They were for the Marines. The Marines brought their firearms with them. And I'm sitting here worried about a little knife.
And you are sitting here just like, oh, no, I hope they don't stop me. Meanwhile, the crayon eaters, comment section, where you at? Where you at? I got a yellow crayon just for you. I got a yellow crayon just for you.
Another fun fact about that letter is I don't know what was going on with the female first sergeant, but she put my name, my last name as Manhoney on the document, just out of the blue, and I was like, "What the heck?"
This is how you know he's autistic. He can't interpret the signs correctly as she's interested.
I was never gonna see this woman again. Like literally, she stayed in the desert. I left the desert. Like,
bro, that's how you know she was into you. That's how you know she was into you.
Government documents. She put my last name as Manhoney, which is not my last name.
I understand that, but that's how you know she's into that. That's how you know she wants a piece of that Kate Sith ass.
I suppose it is lean and mean. I'm a cat. Come on.
All right.
Besides, why are you checking out my ass, Shades, huh, boy?
Because it is very supple and very toned.
Karate. He's looking at my supple toned ass. His words exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, don't act like she can't see under the table too. I'm looking right at it.
Is that your leg, or are you just happy to see me?
No, that's a flashlight. I always carry around this, 17-inch mag light wherever I go in case I need to beat up a kid in a mall.
Oh, God.
For legal reasons, YouTube, this is a joke.
This is all jokes. Except for Karate's headcanon.
Mm-hmm.
This is all actually happening.
Yep.
I can already hear her inking the manga pages.
Fine.
Furious scribbling.
I'm dedicating a notebook to you guys.
Okay, so can we talk
get
about
our
that?
own notebook?
Can we talk about that? Also, comment section, if you're here this long, thank you. This is going to be a long episode. We have yet to talk about Gooner shit in the VTuber sphere.
I thought we talked about Gooner shit last episode.
We did, but this is in the VTuber sphere specifically. Okay. What the fuck?
Nani?
Are we going over VTubers?
Because okay, so here's the deal. There are VTubers, and then I don't know why it's a stereotype that it's like all VTubers are female. And then you watch female VTubers, and then you see like a shitload of hungry, touch-starved, deprived men and me in the same channel, and her laughs are already being suppressed by Discord. Yeah, they are. They are. I can see you laughing over there. And I'm just like, God, am I part of the problem?
I like how he did not include me in that, so he must be gooning for me as well.
Yeah.
I was gonna let you state your piece, because I thought this was like a male VTuber kind of thing specifically, where it's like there's more women in the industry than men. Because there are a lot of lonelier dudes, and there are a lot of lonely women who will just lurk.
Now, I don't know the orientation of some VTubers, but I have noticed a trend of vocally male people as female VTube avatars. Just throwing it out there. They're not everywhere, but I've heard them.
And here's Sage is like, hey, Shades, you want to walk into this minefield? Here's a frisbee, boy. Go fetch. Holy fuck.
Commenters, there is a gender bent version of this model. It does exist.
Bro, there's a gender bent version of me somewhere in my YouTube channel. Not my YouTube channel, on my Discord. Blake, you know what I mean, though, right?
I think there's even art of this model in
a maid outfit. There is. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Stop it, you.
There's art that exists. It's out there. I'll have to send it your way, Karate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
you'll appreciate
you guys know what I mean, though, right? there's like the VTuber sphere, and then right next to it, there's like the Gooner sphere.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not far apart.
They're overlapping. They're intertwined, in fact. So I gotta ask, is it because we're anime, and is it because, you know, people for like 20 years have been like conditioned to goon over, you know, the 2D characters? That's why they're just like harkadurka, horny.
I think it's just easier because it's like more anonymous, maybe.
Yeah, because like you only get a voice, you don't get like an actual IRL face.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the anonymity. That's why people prefer the internet for most of the time, is because they don't have to be beholden for their actions, and they can act how they want because they don't think it'll come back on them.
Yeah. Even though it very much will.
It will,
bro. Right? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just, you know, the corporate slave in me. Oh no, he mentioned slavery. Cancel his ass. Bro, if you've worked at a 9-to-5 job in the last like 10 years, you're a fucking slave. I can't put it any other way than you're a fucking slave. Bruh. Like, I can't. I don't know how other to say it than just there's no disconnect. You know what I mean? Like
there is like obviously VTubers that like go out of their way
to like feed on it and like grow a community off of that because it's a quick dollar, right? Because like a lot of people are lonely. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of people. Sure. Hi, chat. Hi, how's it going? I'm Shades 4 Shades, Golden Retriever, inspired variety VTuber. How are you? I'm sorry, I'm shameless. But
we're like shameless.
I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Because, like, you know, it's anonymous. You know, you don't get to see the person's face, you know. But at the same time, it's like...
Anime characters are hot, man. Listen.
Yeah.
They are.
And you're like, Shades, why do you bring this up? Well... we all have seen a few Bow clips now or again. He says he's a Bow follower.
A shoujo version of me. I'm sending your way, Kirari.
Yes.
What?
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Sending sexy pictures.
You guys have gotten scouted by V, and I'm just an indie. God damn it. So anyway, next week's episode, we're going to replace these two because they've been scouted by V Shoujo.
No.
For legal reasons, V Shoujo, this is a joke.
I didn't say V Shoujo. I said B Shoujo. As in beautiful man. B Shoujo.
No, I heard V. That's what we're rolling with. I'm not talking about bacon lettuce.
But yeah, that's mine to the right, Kirari. I'm on the right side of the page. Yeah.
What?
That's cute. I like it.
I
like that first one too.
Okay, bet.
that first one. That's no, I'm not going to say the name on the podcast because it will turn.
It's very gooner of you, isn't it?
No.
Or is it by your original model artist?
No, it's not.
All right, I'm out of ideas.
I don't want to tell you who the other character drawn is, but he's also been drawn as a pretty boy.
It's Hobby DT. Say less.
I like it.
Bro, I don't know any other people you know other than that.
What are you talking about? I know Saku Kapaku. I know a few other dudes that we partake in gaming with on a regular basis. It could be anybody.
Cool.
You're just calling out somebody.
I am. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I didn't even call anybody out.
We were enjoying beautiful artwork. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Which, by the way, Kirari, that image there and the one that you were talking about that you liked, the top left one.
All right.
There was also a shipping of those two characters as well.
Oh my god.
I get shipped with a lot of guys. I do.
I approve.
I approve too. I'm okay with this. Let's go.
As
Anyways,
resident Fujo, yes.
Are we going to get on another topic, or how do we want to play this? What's the play here, Shades?
I have no idea. We're approaching an hour and a half. What is the play?
Well, if we're approaching an hour and a half, that's
how much do you hate me is what I would like to know, because I'm going to be going through this next weekend.
I don't hate you at all.
How much time do you guys honestly have left? Because like we're almost at an hour and a half. Comment section, do you like these hour and a half long podcasts, or do you want it in a tight, like 50 minutes? Let us know if you're hanging out this far. God dang.
Honestly, yapping is a skill, so
it is.
I'm utilizing every play in the book to continue yapping. And my cat just ran into a wall. Good for him.
Is Petey
Don't
okay?
yell at me. That was your fault. He's fine. He thought the window was open, and he decided to jump up into it and ended up bonking it.
Kitty, no.
He's mad that I didn't leave it open.
It's like, Father, why?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh no. My rabbit does that a lot.
Yeah.
I love him really, but he's an idiot.
Hi, little guy.
I'm not gonna lie. TLDR on the VTuber Gooner shit. I enjoy it a little bit.
You goon?
A little bit.
I think everyone goons on somebody at some point.
Yeah.
So like the
it's just the levels are different. The levels are different for everyone.
But like the minute you're in like her stream or his stream being like, yeah, call me mommy or daddy, I'm like, no, I'm out. No, I'm done. I'm done. No thanks. No.
See, I would rather enjoy that privately and not publicly by stating it in a chat full of hundreds of hungry men. Like,
yeah.
But you've seen dudes do that though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The internet doesn't like the word, so I'm gonna just say shrimping.
Right.
That crustacean that bends in an arc, and are very delicious, by the way. It is a thing. It is a pandemic. It's a plague. But I mean, hey. The industry wouldn't be where it was without people like you. So, 07 to you, sir, or madam.
07s, I guess.
Honestly, though, the careers of some people wouldn't have taken off if those people didn't exist. Hardcore fans.
That's true.
They existed even before the VTuber days with idols in Japan. So I'm just saying, most people's career wouldn't take off without them. So hats off to you. Not yucking your yum. Just for me, it's a private thing. That's a private thing. I'd rather DM somebody and let them ignore me than put it out there on the internet.
You'd rather let them ignore you than be like, oh, so I'm sorry, you have to be a tier 3 sweetheart in order for me to acknowledge your existence, peasant.
Okay, that's on
that
the
reminds
pause.
That reminds me of something you did the other day in my chat, Shades. I can't remember what it was, but you tried to shill for a sub for someone to say a certain thing. I can't remember what it was.
Ma'am, that were not me.
Yeah, it was.
What?
No, you were trying to sell subs in my channel.
Oh,
for someone else to
Yeah, I was like, hey, and if you want her to acknowledge yours, something like that.
Shades, you can't go into other people's chats and start pimping. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, okay. So here's the deal. Is it really
At least
pimping?
get the hat. At least get the hat first before you do that.
I'm already wearing my suit. I'm already wearing my suit. Don't make me get my cane.
You need the hat to go with it, and maybe some talc for your hands.
Oh my god.
Sorry, it's I'm digging deep. Sorry.
Oh God.
And I'm gonna say this, and it might be clipped out of context, but I know from experience, from knowledge, from things that I've learned.
God, that's a whole other conversation for another time. The Kiri has never heard, which is why I'm saying Kiri should get some games for us to play together with. Like, I'm not kidding. I will boot up my stream on a weekend, and if you want to just tear it up for like 5 or 6 hours, we could do that.
Yeah, I'll definitely play on weekends. I can't guarantee I will stream, but I will definitely join.
All right, like we don't even have to stream it. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like playing games with people.
Yeah. I need to get more like just co-op games in general anyway.
Yeah.
TBH.
You should get ready or not. It's on sale.
Now I
this
just
weekend.
Now I just want to actually write that beanbag song. Now I really just want to do it. Write it and then sing it with some auto tune so it actually sounds good.
We'll link it back to the podcast channel, or have it be the intro song for the podcast channel.
I don't know how many copyrights I'd be infringing considering it used the Pokemon theme.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
The back theme. The lyrics are different, but yeah. I guess it would technically be distinctly different. It would have enough difference. And it would be talking about beanbagging balls.
True, it would be. It would be.
Who knows?
Especially dudes in the balls. Because that's normally where I hit them. I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to circle back to that. I played it last night for like 7 hours with the boys.
Gender was implied? I mean, you're hitting people in beanbags with the beanbags, so I mean, I'm pretty sure the gender was implied.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're like, Shades, why would you do that? Because Ubisoft is bad.
Oh. I wouldn't say it's all bad. I would say they've made some poor choices. Now I just sound like a father talking about his child. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the Vboomer cast.
Honey.
How's it going? We'll see you next week on Tuesday.
And,
leave it in the comment section. See these guys down below. We'll see you next week. Say goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye, son.
We'll see you later. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.